As the tragedy unfolds at Holy Family Church, a Catholic group working in the Middle East launches a 9-day novena for peace. The initiative from the Philos Project is geared toward a ceasefire in the Holy Land. It began yesterday on the Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel and ends July 24th on the Feast of Saint Charbel of Mount Lebanon. And for more, we turn to Simone Rizkallah, Director of Philos Catholic. Simone, thanks for joining us. Before we start on the novena, can you tell us your reaction to the attack on the Holy Family Church and how your group might be able to help?
Well, this novena that we are proposing is a prayer for peace in all of the Holy Land. So that is not just the least we can do as Christians, but the most important thing we can do, because we're not there. We don't know the details of circumstances. Reporting in journalism is limited. So, it's very hard to get the truth in such a very complicated region. So prayer is the best thing that we can do while we continue to investigate. But of course, the loss of any human life and injury and what all innocent people there have been going through has been atrocious the last 2 years.
Yeah, and I guess that explains why you started this novena. But what is the significance to starting it on the Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel and ending it on the Feast of Saint Charbel?
We thought last year, when Lebanon was going to take what we thought a huge hit with Israel's war with Iran because of their proxy Hezbollah, but the IDF was able to neutralize Hezbollah largely, and Lebanon, against all odds and prophetic impulses, has been spared and is now in peace talks and normalization with Israel, which is nothing short of miraculous. We'd like to think that perhaps our novena prayers last year helped with that. We can hope that God had mercy in that way, because nobody who is a geopolitical expert in that region could have predicted the conversations that are happening now with Lebanon and with Israel. And for those who are familiar with Lebanon, it has a very good Christian history and heritage. And again, last year, when we were thinking about these things and what we could do to mobilize as a church on a spiritual level, we noticed that there's a perfect 9 days between the Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, which is in northern Israel, and then also Mount Lebanon, which is where Charbel spent time as a monk on his feast day, the Western calendar. So we thought, wow, if Israel and Lebanon, who should be natural allies with the same values and important Christian communities, how perfect is it? It's like Our Lady of Mount Carmel is asking us to ask for her intercession, because that's a very important biblical site of, the story of Elijah, the prophets of Baal, and then, St. Simon Stock later when the Carmelite order was established. But I think people forget that the roots of the Carmelite order are actually in Israel. And so we thought it was a perfect 9 days. And Saint Charbel is like the Padre Pio of the West, major miracle worker. He's called the wonder worker of the East. He's the wonder worker of the East. So, we thought these are such huge, powerful intercessors. Certainly they can, do something big for us. And it seems that they did. So this is the good news. We're hearing a lot of bad news from the Holy Land right now, but the good news, there's a lot of good news about Lebanon and Israel right now. So,
and it's really great to hear. Quickly, if our viewers would like more information, where can they go to find it?
Yes, please go to philosproject.org/Catholic. And if you'd like to still join the novena, it's only day 2, so you can hop in, sign up for it on our website or our social media, and please pray. And we're very hopeful in this Jubilee of Hope what will happen, how the Lord will answer this year's novena for the Holy Land.
Okay, Simone Rizkallah, Director of Philos Catholic, great to chat with you.
Thank you so much, Chair.